Video game flash fiction. This is a timed writing game. I will give myself 90 minutes today, right now, to randomly select one of these Atari 2600 cartridges, slot it in the console, play the game, and write an intellectual property free original flash fiction story inspired by the sights and sounds of the game. To make it fun, let's randomly select one of these. Got 6 columns. I have a 6-sided dice here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to roll this dice. Go column, well, again. Put the column cursor on the right place, little token. So that's the column. Bottom to top, there are 8 rows. I have an 8-sided dice, 1 to 8, 4. Huh. Okay. Four would be Defender 2. There's the, trying to make sure I get the artwork. And then we have the label. And just to verify, they don't have, I'm going to assume, the joystick and not the paddle. Oh, got kind of a tight-fitting form to it inside of the old light sixer here. Okay. Yeah, there'll be visual issues and problems but you'll get the sense of the game, I'm hoping. At least this Defender 2. Let's see if there's some sounds. I'm going to turn up the volume a little. You know, I got an hour and 28 minutes left. I've played Defender. I've tested this as much as this. Let's see if they're the same game. Whoa, shit. Sorry, that's took me by surprise. This is okay. That looks like someone from Space Invaders. Okay, this is very similar. Yeah, that definitely looks like someone Space Invaders. Totally. What if I shoot that? I don't know. What's that? What the hell is that? What the Oh, I like zoomed someplace. Oh, that's right. They like try to lift and take your cities away. Because I'm the defender. I'm not a very good one. I supposedly have like these nuke bombs. I remember the strategy on Defender I had. This is very similar. Oh, come on now. Man, they've taken, get away from my city. I think only certain ones can lift up the cities. Maybe? I don't know. Man, that's game over. That's Defender 2. What's the difference? It's memory of playing Defender is far faded, but I believe there weren't as many colors. I think it was like all blue. Maybe, and then maybe a blinking thing someplace. I think it had the same storyline. You fly around the horizon as things try to lift these cities. I'm not certain what they'll be, because they're not like that big. Like your spaceship's bigger than these things. Are they like people? Maybe maybe that's it. Maybe they're just lifting people, but the people are still huge. That's like a big object compared to the spaceship that's flying around right now. And then there's little warp zones. I remember those. And I think I've got like bombs of some sort. Like I can drop a bomb to clear out an entire screen. And then you can, I see one getting taken right there. Where's it at? It's gone. What the hell? There it is. Now what do? Do I have to... Boom. Don't take my... Oh, I blew up my own... I blew up my own person. That's going to be a person. Maybe this is like a one-person spaceship that's flying around the outside of some zone. I don't think there's no way I'm going to be able to not make this some sort of wartime dystopian story. It's a little hard given the sights and sounds, the mechanics of the game. At least what I'm understanding is supposed to be. It's a good job. I mean, 1984. It's copyright. Wow. That was a while ago. But it's almost like today. Thinking of dystopia. Made in 1984, I suppose. That's fun times. In the world of dystopia. Can I get out of that? That's kind of boring. Dystopia is boring. It is. I need something more not dystopian. Oh, come on. Let's try. I'm going to open up words. I understand the mechanics. This is very similar to Defender, which I played. I may have even owned it around 1984. Yeah. No, really. That's maybe around the time. I'd have to think way more than I want to think about when I owned and played Defender the first time and how old I was. Let's go ahead and hit Vim. And I'm going to go Defender _ II text. All right, we have the file. Boy, that took about 7 minutes. I don't even have a word wrote. I only got an hour and 23 minutes left. I'll give an attempt real quick to think of a non-dystopian. I mean, when you're shooting a thing and destroying a thing, maybe it's the duality. Maybe this is Utopia. I don't know. I mean, I never thought this morning that early I'd start to explain the concept of duality. I think I may have gone too far. I guess it would be, because I might as well keep talking and sound more like an idiot, that it could be a utopian society, but there's no such thing, right? Everyone's utopia is a dystopia. This would be, I don't want to make it against necessarily the machine. Like, it'd be easy for me to think this would be like AI taking over the machines and you're the humans saving the humans. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, because it could be done better by somebody else and not me in an hour and 21 minutes. Be humans. Why are you shooting the thing? Maybe I'm looking at this. Well, I mean, you hit game over. What happens when they steal all the stuff? Like, why do I have to interpret? The only time it's game over right now. One time I read game over. Whoa, that's like I think the sound's better too. I don't know if it had that like opening jarring sound. I wasn't expecting that. I'm just going to try to survive and let them steal my cities. Go ahead. You're helping. You're relocating right now. And you're just getting space debris out of the way. And I'm getting... Oh, shoot. Oh, I see. It doesn't like reset. Like, just holds motion. You come back at generate another place. Then they start, So I got 2 cities gone now. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. So it's this person's job as the inspector. They just want to make sure that they got everything secure. And they're able to free the humans. And there's no space debris that's going to prevent them from... Well, what's that crazy glowing one? It's like a chaser. Oh my god! They become really aggressive, man. Go after my cities. Don't go after me. Yeah, I think I'm just the inspector. And these like are doing their job. They're clearing the way out, and I just got to do mine and not get hit by them while they free the humans. We're defending the people, and then we'll find a way to defend the planet. Damn it. I can't even live long enough to let them take all the planets. Come on. That's not cool. I should shoot more. Maybe. I got to find out how it ends if they take them all. If I remember right, and I'd be lifting from my vague, faded memory of Defender, I feel like it didn't go game over, like the screen flashed or something like that, signifying that you messed up the world or you failed. Maybe they dropped a bomb. That's what I got to find out. I'll do it one more time and then I'll start writing because that's the story. So why are they clearing out the planet? Like, is it maybe they're done mining? Maybe these are like the miner. No, now I'm thinking like automatically. I'll say I've recently watched Dune, the movie. I never read the books too much. For the time that I had all my time devoted to fantasy adventure, largely around TSR-based published novels. Oh, shoot, man. I'm sorry. I should not. I mean, that sucks. And then I did what the And I have bombs somehow. Like, do I hit a button? Like, I think I got those, like, stage clearing or screen clearing bombs. At least you didn't Defender. Alright, I'll defend myself. Oh, wait a second. Did they take all of the... What happened to the land? Did it blow up? I'm confused. Like... Huh. I'm just flying. I don't even know what I'm defending anymore. I'm just kind of living until I die. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Is that what happened? I guess that's what happens when all the things are taken. And now I just gotta fly home. And that's what we're all doing. We're just flying home to the next job. I don't know. I don't want to make this a job. Like every story I write these days is about jobs. But why not? I mean, it's better than killing each other. At least you're being a little constructive somehow. So I was off on a tangent on Dune until I caught up in the game. I had to, when I started thinking of taking the mining vehicles off of the world, images of that popped in my mind. So that's going to be, if it goes that route, it's going to be heavily influenced likely by those imageries. The conception, I think, will still be my own. It's not like the idea connected media, and I like to say that out loud. So at least note for me in the transcript that's being taken right now where the information comes from, where the inspiration comes from. The media around you. You got to weed that out or filter. I had originally, I swear I don't know how or why, but in my mind, maybe it was people, even in the first Defender. I can't remember, but I always imagined it more grander than just like a person, maybe a pod or a big living container. And the ships you're flying around were huge, like the size of Star Destroyers. I don't know why. So I saw cities being lifted up, but this looks more like a person. I think I'm going to go with people, but why are they on the planet and need to get lifted up? No perspective maybe why are they on the planet? Why do we need to defend you too? Um, yeah. Are they minors? Maybe. Why do you need? I mean, you need the humans to man the machine to at least fix the machines, because it's gonna be really hard for you to mass produce a machine better than a human. I mean, it's just not gonna happen with the resources we have and technology and yeah. Humans will always be the better machine. And it just becomes a matter of rights. So here for this, Defender 2, I don't know. They're building. Let's not have them mining. Terraformers. I like that better. I don't want to do first person. Of course I could. And it'd be a little bit easier because then I can just fake some voice, but I guess you're the Defender too. So you're the one flying around on your Defender ship. See, and now we're just going to go home. See, once they clear out all the people that were terraforming, they fly home. It's game over once you die. I think once the land's gone, what's the purpose? Like, the game should stop. I thought it did in the first Defender, but, well, we're not playing that one right now. So we're right. A cluttered field of what are the things that are lifting the terraformers? I don't know what that even would be as a job. Like pressing a button on a thing. Just repair, really. Like, why would you need a program you could send down? You just need that human. In some form. I'm not going to get into whether they're cloned. That's not the story. Maybe, yeah. So they're done, and they just gotta kind of leave it. The machine's on. They've repaired it. And the Defender's working a job. And they're a Defender too. They all are. From the jelly. What do they look like? I think these are like the. Man, that's such a. I like that start. It's a little jarring. It makes it a little more special. They kind of look like they don't look like. Look like tripods, maybe. Yes. Boom, and they like blow it up or so. Oh, and they get like flat. Oh, it's almost like it becomes a different thing too. Like, I want to go see this one. What do I mean by that? Like, when these tripods pick up the people to lift them from the planet that they're done turning on the terraforming, if they lift them up, they'll like start to glow. Boom. That's cool. I like that. And then I got to destroy it because then it like chases you. There's another one that has the power. They're just taking them all. And then when they take them all, we're done here. And all I need to do right now is make sure I defend the tripods lifting the humans from the terraformed planet. Okay. Defending The extraction. We'll make it sound like it's a mission too, with the word extraction. Defending the extractions of, not necessarily, you've already engineered the thing. You've done that. This would be human machines. Defending the extractions that, man, let's get some water. Defending the extraction of the human machines. Yeah. There goes my mind. Do I want to go second, third, first? And then the voice. For some reason, I'm starting to see this as like a commercial for the terraforming people. This would be like, why would it be called Defender 2? You're flying around the Defender 2. It's the model, it's the latest model to help protect the tripods from extraction of the humans. Okay, so defending, let's put that in there, that first sentence. Just load up the sentence with everything, and then you can come to the, you can resolve the conflict you set up, where you set it up, why you set it up. So defending the tripods, because that's really what Defender 2. Oh, I know what I could do. Let's make, yeah, I don't know where. I'm like now seeing mini, like more, yeah, I don't know if I want to go that like satirical commercial route that's been done in many ways in many mediums that I don't want to have to go through. So let's just say it's the Defender 2. Defends tripods, extraction tripods. Yes, that is something. Tripod spaceships? Defends extraction tripods from, and I'm going to say they're like lifting the human pods from the surface of how science fiction-y. This is like a different solar system. Yeah. Maybe they're terraforming Mars. Maybe they finally, maybe they just go to the moon. Like, it's really easy to say, I'm going to get us to Mars in 10 years. And when you don't, you say, well, it's so hard. It's Mars. It's not like the moon. And you don't actually have things like, let's colonize the moon. Be easier. Better test subject. Someone have this DV the moon. Let's make it relevant. Let's not get too science fiction-y. I like my they've colonized universes, sure. But I only got about 600 words and 65 minutes left. Let's not make up too much, because then I'll have to start thinking of making it seem like it's a place, and a place where humans can somehow teleport or have sustained stasis for long periods of time, to be revoked and be normal. So let's just make it simple and be the moon. Why are they, what's the defender then? Like, if I go that route and try to put it on the Earth's moon, are there, I'm going to have to get into like global that's another thing. If I did it now and it'd be satirical, political satire specifically. Man, I'm talking way too much. The Defender 2 extraction tripods. Now I'm going to go present. I'm just going to go with what I can feel comfortable. Lift. Lifting human pods from the surface of the moon. Well, Earth's moon. Because that's something you can achieve and just build upon. But it's harder to bullshit when you fail. Because it's such a drastic goal. Earth's moon extractions of human machines. Fixing the terraforming. I mean, that's a lot of, I don't know about this. So the Defender 2 defends the extractions. If I'm going to put this defends extraction, defends the extraction, defends extraction tripods. While the tripods lift grip and lift to the orbital moon space station. I don't understand what would that be and how far. I'm just going to throw it out there that the mass of what the humans put there is far less than the mass of the moon. So the object would, at some place, be able to have an orbit. Call it an orbital space station, just to help the description. I think that's right. I think I scienced that okay, but I haven't. That's why you edit. Lift to the orbital moon space station. The Defender 2 defends extraction tripods while the tripods grip and lift the orbital moon space station. Lift to the orbital grip. Okay, hold on. Let's put what they grip. Grip the humans. Grip the human extraction pods. And lift the pods to the orbital moon space station. Okay. Why? What's the Defender 2 defending the extraction tripods from? And rocket. Do they rocket? They thrust. thrust the pods to the orbital moon space station. Where the workers will test living in stasis. Yes, let's get a little bit more, and then I can put the workers aside. But what is the defender like? What are they defending? That's what the next paragraph I'm going to have to like. Why is it called Defender 2? That implies, defines, shows, tells. It's the word that says you're being attacked and you don't want to be attacked. Or you're expecting something to be what would be considered an offensive action. Even if it was in natural means. You can defend against an earthquake, I suppose. If you looked at it that way, maybe they'd put into a higher bracket of things to concern themselves with. And there's so much stuff around every day, though, to concern oneself with, that not thinking about earthquakes is quite acceptable, even if you live on a fault line. Where the workers will test living... Uh-oh. Did it go? Yes, it did. Oh, my... Where the workers will test... where the workers sleep in stasis. The next breaking of the terraforming. That's not break. The next maintenance. Just maintaining the machine. The next maintenance of the terraforming machine. Just throw everything into one big bundle of this machine that does a thing. How does it do it? Is not for this flash fiction story. Just need the words. And you let someone else's imagination think of that. Hopefully not. Well, hey, then I failed as a writer. Where the workers sleep in stasis until the maintenance of the terraforming machine. It's the terraforming machines. Because there's many. What are they defending against? I gotta think of that. I don't want it to be war, but it may be. I only got enough time to think of something easy. Writing about war is easy. Actually experiencing it is a totally different experience I've never had. And it's something my writing would always miss about it. So let's try to write away from war. Where the workers sleep in stasis until the next maintenance of the terraforming machines. Space debris. Yes, that's what it is. You're shooting space debris. That's absolutely. That's it. Yes. That's all that stuff is. The space debris, and you can't hit. That's why they shoot. I like that. That's better. That's why they shoot when they're lifting up the humans. The human pods. Is because they're like, boom, there's space debris. I gotta get rid of the space debris. Oh, gotta get out of their way. See, they're clearing out for space debris too. They know it's everywhere. And they're just trying to do their job. And then they go into space debris defending mode after they do success. Helping the other pods successfully lift up all the human pods right now. Oh, see? Am I doing my job? Not yet. I think I cleared all the space debris. Now I'm the debris. Oh, what the? Well, I think I did it once. Let's write the story. So where the workers sleep in stasis until the next maintenance of the terraforming machines of the moon. Let's write that. That's the opening sentence. And the Defender 2, well, I should have more than, yeah. I have a habit of having a long sentence written like this and think it's a paragraph. People saying, why do you just have like sentences with spaces between them? Well, sometimes that's how I write. But I've taken from that and absolutely have been more observant of the process. And they're right. But so am I. The Defender 2 shoots, thrusts, and pivots, and shoots I need some thrust like. And is this a story? Like it is, it's becoming an advertisement. I feel I already like I'm hearing this narrator in my mind now, making this into some radio, or even possibly it's becoming almost a television show now, commercial about the Defender 2, or some sales pitch to get investment into the Defender 2 that shoots. You can just fly around. It's just really good at shooting space junk. And you got to protect these extraction tripods from lifting the human extraction pod. Tripods. Tripods is not. Octopus. Tripus, no. Tripods actually. Now I'm like thinking of that old. God, it was called the White Mountains, where the tripods came. I've talked about this many times. Yes, it's a book that I still remember. That's where I'm thinking tripods. So when I think of tripods, and they look similar to the tripods that are on here, so I'm going to leave them to be tripods. It's a little weird reading the human extraction pods, but I'm going to go with it. As long as we have extraction tripods, well, the tripods grip the human extraction pods and thrust the pods into the orbital space station, where the workers sleep in stasis until the next maintenance of the terraforming machines of the moon. Okay. Let's talk about the Defender's thrust. Then the Defender 2's pivot. I don't know. I need a little bit of action, but I suppose that's just, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with it. They've got 51 minutes left. This is really a flash fiction story. This is really a story. What the hell is a conflict? Like trying to sell this thing, but to who? Yeah. I need to make this at least better and give myself a few seconds to think of how to rewrite this. I need conflict. I need a conflict. The Defender 2 defends. Is this thing going to have agency? Is it going to be human? Uh, the types of things that you wouldn't need a human. You wouldn't want a human. I mean, it's not like you need to screw on a bolt, maybe improvise and lift a thing too. Yeah, it's just a cheaper robot, the human. um, so in this case, I think the Defender 2 is going to have agency. So what's the conflict? This thing gets agency or has it already? And are they doing a job? And this is the sales pitch. I don't know. I've thought about this way too much. I'm lost on it. I want to make this into a utopian thing. I gotta set it up. You thrust. Let's just do this then. Thruster Defender 2. Let's do iod. You Thruster Defender 2. Aligning. Now, would you shoot it like they do here and it explodes? That wouldn't be like all space and just shatter and make more of it. Like I want to lasso it, I think. But this is doing extraction, so they can't be careful. I guess as long as. Yeah. How is that going to work? Is it just going to burn it so it doesn't like shatter it? And just leave it to, if I had more words, I could find the fiction and the time to edit it to make it seem real? Yes. It's going to be some sort of disintegrating laser. That way you don't create more space debris. It burns it. I'm just going to call it a plasma laser. You tune the Defender. Ash the satellite. Before it hits. Alright, I'm going to do a shocking thing and hit reset. It's like, kind of wakes you up a little bit. I prepare myself for that sound and I still was a little bit distracted, obviously, because I'm talking about it right now. You tune the Defenders. Two Defenders, the Defender 2's laser power and distance to ash the satellite before it the laser ashes the satellite. I can't think of how to spell satellite light. I don't know. That's how I'm spelling it right now. The laser ashes the satellite. The laser ashes the satellite as the tripod lifted the pod. We'll drop that it's the human pod just to get the reader back into knowing what the objective is, I suppose. Objective. The laser ashes the satellite as the tripod lifts the human pod from the moon. And and flies to the space station. Pivots and shoots. Cone of an old rocket. Making it ash. That slowly sinks to the moon. It'd be incredibly close, I would imagine. Yeah, it depends on the size of the object and how would that like throw off. Anyway. That's for the non-flash fiction version of this story, where I can actually think of the science and do research and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about, or writing about, rather. What I'm talking about is always, well, it makes sense in my mind. The laser ashes the satellite as the tripod lifts the human pod from the moon. Not all the time does I understand it. Anyway, so the laser ashes the satellite as the tripod lifts the human pod from the moon and flies into the space station. You need to do your job. Like, you're in a human pod with a cone tip. And lots of directional thrusters. You thrust your Defender 2 aligning the plasma laser crosshairs on a solar panel from television. From television? From television. From television. I don't know where the hell I was writing on there. You tune the Defender 2's laser power and distance to ash the satellite before it. Let me reconcile my place of cursor. Come on, Vim. In human hand. Oh, I have caps lock on. You tune Defender 2's laser power and distance to ash. Okay. Fire the laser and the laser ashes the satellite as the tripod lifts the human pod from the moon and flies to the space station. The Defender 2 pivots and shoots a cone of an old rocket, making it ash that slowly sinks to the moon. Did I write about the job? Let's see here. You need to do your job, then fly back to Earth tonight in the Defender 2 that's like a human pod with cone tip and lots of directional thrusters. To aim the cone tip and shoot things. Very direct. You thrust your Defender 2 aligning the plasma laser crosshair on a television satellite solar panel. Okay, so it shows the process of doing that. It shows the process of lifting up. What about the explosions, the reappearance, the regeneration? How am I going to deal with that? What is that? Uh-oh, get it ready for the sound. And I could be mixing the arcade. I think the first Defender didn't have this many colors. And there it goes. And they're just defending from space junk. Their mission right now is to lift that human pod and then boom. Then they just start chasing space junk and they think you're space junk. Do I need to write that narrative? I should. Because it's like a saying. Your job kind of sucks. I don't know. I don't know. Your job kind of sucks because once the tripod's like, how'd you write that in? That'd be seem to me like, why would you do that? It's a flaw. Are you getting hacked? And that could be the crux of it. Like, people don't want you terraforming the moon. I don't know. It's a realistic goal, but I can't think the narrative right now. You should move around the spaceship. You can fire. And just blow up. Hear that sound again? No. I like that. So your job kind of sucks because once the tripods lift the humans, save the humans, well, saving would mean that they're near death. They're not as part of a job, just a planned extraction. Once the tripods extract the humans, a human pod from the surface of the moon, let's stay in the voice. No, I don't know. Now your job. We should probably have a possession. Yeah. Your job kind of sucks because once the tripods extract the human from the surface of the moon, they become seek and destroy. They seek and destroy debris. I think that's how you spell debris. Endure debris. I'm going to go with that spelling of debris for right now. Will it be space junk? Let's do space junk. That's more to the point. And you're space junk to them. I think I've lost the consistency of the narrative from the beginning to this point, but I'm going to have to live with that because I only have 32 minutes left. And you're space junk. Six. How many human pods are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like there's 6 spots. One. Yeah. So 6. We'll say it's the moon night. Is this on the dark side? I mean, I don't know. There's on the side of a moon. 6 humans pod flashlights through the night on the side of a moon. Maybe. Maybe not. But I do need. I don't need an editor's note. To like a water. Let's see if I can actually hit that button to make sure the voice comes through the microphone, and I can. I think it can. I don't need this note anymore. We're back to the story. I haven't had many thoughts about this in the past couple minutes since I was away. So let's remember what the hell the story was about. It was about space junk. We got the 6 pods flashing lights through the night on the side of the moon, on the dark side of the moon. All right, hey. Let's just make it the dark side of the moon. I don't know what that really means anymore. It'll trigger some thoughts, though. The towers. What? Like, how are you terraforming it? Are we terraforming? Yes, of course we're terraforming it. Let's go so science fiction-y it's beyond my knowledge. So I'll make it fantasy. What time do I got? 27 minutes. Damn it. I gotta reel it in. Game mechanics. And just get the story done. Your job kind of sucks because once the tripods extract a human from the surface of the moon, they seek and destroy space junk, and sometimes they see you as space junk. And destroy space junk. That's falling near the terraforming towers and colonies, dome colonies. Your job kind of sucks. That's such a... Your job... Let's just get rid of that. And how am I using the second person on this anyway? Like, am I using it as much as I think? More of an action. I'm a robot. I thrust. That's right. Do I need the human to be here? There has to be some agency, else why would you want to tell the story? I'm going to try to care about it somehow. The defender pivots and shoots a cone of an old rocket. Too many cones. Let's just say a booster. Of an old rocket. Making it ash. Let's rewrite that sentence. Get rid of, make some verbs, some actions. They'll at least look better in my mind. Maybe they show a bit of something. Maybe not. The tripods extract a human from the humans extract humans. Tripods extract humans from the surface of the moon. And revert to their natural function of protecting flying around the moon colonies and destroying space junk. The tripods extract the humans from the surface. Maybe I'll do an after. Like this. After the tripods extract humans from the surface of the moon and into the space station docking bay. The tripods resume maybe I should just say fly around. Bit of verb. Let's keep this gamey at least. Fly around the colonies and destroy space junk. Space junk. Alright, we're going to hear a sound. I'm going to turn it up. I need a jolt of excitement. And I think hearing this to at least on 18 might do it. It's a great sound. Had I had time, I'd include that into my 2-hour-long dance mix of Atari 2600 sounds. But there's only so much time in life. And I got this story right here. I only have 21 minutes to finish. Flay around. They're going to flay around it. Why not? I like to flay around things. Fly around the colonies and destroy falling space junk that's falling near the terraforming towers and dome colonies of the moon. The Defender 2 seen the space junk. Let's have that in this paragraph right here. So the tripods process the Defender 2 as space junk after the mission is defended and done. It's a job. It's not a mission. It's a job. I don't get paid enough for it to be a mission. They don't have any right now affiliation to be some sort of army attachment that's on a mission to do a thing. You get paid less, but there's the honor of being part of that mission. They hope to equal the shit pay they give you. The tripods process the Defender 2 as space after the job. After the maintenance job. After the job of taking the human machines back to the space station. The Defender 2 pivots. Pivots and thrusts. Faster than something, I suppose. The tripods process the Defender 2 as space junk after the job. After their job. After the tripods. After the job. After they complete the job of taking the human machines back to the space station. Faster than the tripods. And thrusts through a swarm that follow along after a job done. And you've defended the humans. All home. And in stasis until the next job. The Defender 2 pivots around satellites, rocket parts. I mean, what else would you really like? Station parts. Old canisters. The Defender 2 pivots after satellites, rocket parts, station parts, old canisters, weaving chaos through. Space. Now what? Is that the story? I don't think so. I don't need those words anymore. That's way too... I mean, I know where it's at. I know when it's at. It's obviously in the future. Why? It's a job. You need to earn your money. Is it have... Maybe the Defender 2, I'm not going to explain. Maybe it has agency. Maybe there's a human inside you don't know. I'm going to not define that. It doesn't need to be. Like, the humans need to be the maintainers of the terraforming machines because they're still the cheapest machine there to duplicate and maintain reasonably. You know, especially if you can convince someone to go into stasis where they're, you know, this science fiction stasis where you could still be alive but don't age. Maybe you do and you just sleep it off so you don't have to do the space travel. Kind of like a firefighter. You're there for when things go bad so it can be fixed fast. You sleep for a while, do your maintenance. About a year's time you go back. This is the story of them just lifting some of those humans off the planet, putting them back into stasis, and that's a whole other story I don't want to go into for this, so I don't need to. I think maybe this is done. In space. Pulse thrusts. Earth. For a month. I mean, it wouldn't be ideal, right? You'd think you'd go to the space station, park it, because it's just like, why would you leave the resource? Unless you're like a contractor. Maybe this person's a contractor and has to like small business where my Defender 2 is where I sleep, live, and what gets me from the moon to the Earth. Because if I was part of a larger org, they'd probably have me leave it at the moon. I'm going to get the noise again. There we go. I don't know. Somehow, someday, someone's got to play some DJ or mix set on an Atari 2600 6-switcher. Somehow be able to configure it to load different sounds that you could, I don't know, do more than I could. Somebody else, that's why I say that. In space, the Defender 2 pulses and thrusts to the Earth and feels the gravity to feel the gravity. After completing a contract, flying around the moon for a month. So let's throw down the contract. We need to and complete the contract. I don't know. It feels better a little bit. I wanted to add in a little bit more about. I'm going to repeat it. Maybe make it longer. Show the significance of why this is the story. This is the end of the contract. Maybe I'll give it more significance. Maybe it won't. I don't know. We'll see how it reads. I think it's going to go out. It's going to be a weird narrative to kind of have these relaxed second person with description that could be either. Yeah, if I just drop the U's. Let's fix this while I see it. I'll say the Defender 2. You know, the Defender. The Defender 2 is not a good living space. The Defender 2 is like a human pod. And lots of directional thrusters to aim the cone tip and shoot things. You thrust your Defender 2 aligning the plasma laser crosshairs. I don't know plasma. Whatever is going to disintegrate things. In fiction world, I would research that if I had more time. I got 9 minutes. I think I'm kind of done. I don't know. In space, who pulses. Pulses thrusts. Let's pulses thrust. Let's double verb this. Thrusts to the earth. Thrusters pulse, maybe. And thrust to the earth to feel gravity. You await gravity. You sleep and dream of gravity. And moving around. I don't know. It's something. It's enough. I want to hear the sound one more time. It'd be like the exit sound. If I remember, I'll do it. I'll leave this going and hopefully read this in 7 minutes. If not, that's going to buzz and make me do a little jump scare type movement. I may feel a little embarrassed when I do, but this story is not that long. Maybe it's a flash fiction story. It could be. I'm not going to analyze if it is or if it isn't. This is my attempt, given the time and being distracted with sounds like that right there. For today's video game flash fiction story, inspired by the Atari 2600 game Defender 2. This is Defender 2. The Defender 2 defends extraction tripods while the tripods grip the human extraction pods and thrust the pods to the orbital's moon space station, where the workers sleep in stasis until the next maintenance of the terraforming machines of the moon. You need to do your job and complete the extraction by defending the moon from space debris and then fly back to Earth tonight, so you don't have to pay for port fees and a space room on the space station. The Defender 2 is not a good living space. The Defender 2 is like a human pod with a cone tip, lasers, and lots of directional thrusters to aim the cone tip laser and shoot things. You thrust your Defender 2, aligning the plasma laser crosshairs on a television satellite solar panel. You tune the Defender 2's laser power and distance and trigger the laser. The laser ashes the satellite as the tripod lifts the human pod from the moon and flies to the space station. The Defender 2 pivots and shoots a booster section of an old rocket. The rocket ashes and slowly sinks to the moon. After the tripods extract humans from the surface and into the space station's docking bay, the tripods fly around the colonies and destroy falling space junk that's falling near the terraforming towers and dome colonies of the moon. The tripods process the Defender 2 as space junk after they complete the job of taking the human machines back to the space station. The Defender 2 pivots and thrusts faster than the tripods and thrusts from a swarm of tripods that follow along after the job done. The humans all home and in stasis until the next job. The Defender 2 pivots after satellites, rocket parts, space station parts, old canisters, weaving chaos through space. In space, the Defender 2 thrusters pulse and thrust to Earth. You sleep and dream of gravity and moving around after flying around the moon for a month. I'm not saying it's great, but it's not shit. That was fun. I forgot the sound. I forgot the sound, but that's okay. I can make that after every commit. All right. That is time. Someday, that story may end up in a book like this, with minutes left. May have a retro cover onto that soon. Should be another one sometime later in the seasons. Until then, try to find a way to, always try to find a way to write. And give time to read.